US and EU officials are due to discuss the possible extension of a US ban on laptops and tablets in cabin baggage when they meet in Brussels next week. It comes after US Homeland Security said it was considering extending to Europe an existing ban for flights from 8 mostly Muslim countries. The ban was introduced over fears a bomb could be concealed inside electronic devices. An EU spokeswoman said no decision had been made yet. The EU invited the US to come to Brussels next week for talks at political and expert level, to jointly assess the potential risks and review future measures, the spokeswoman said. However, she added that in a telephone call, EU Transport Commissioner Walter Bulc had highlighted the potential safety implications of putting a large number of electronic devices in the aircraft hold. Ban could compromise safety. In March, the US banned devices larger than a smartphone from the cabins of flights from Turkey, Morocco, Jordan, Egypt, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait. At the same time, the UK issued a similar ban on flights from 6 countries. On Thursday, U.S. Homeland Security Department Secretary John Kelly held talks with officials from several U.S. airlines. The airlines declined to comment on the meeting, but one official quoted by Reuters news agency said the government was suggesting that an expansion of the ban could come soon. A congressional official also said the ban was likely to be expanded, but would not say when or to which airports. Some European regulators have warned that the ban itself could compromise safety by placing hundreds of devices in the cargo holds on long-haul flights. They say the presence of so many lithium-ion batteries could increase the risk of fire. Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly will meet with European Commission officials in Brussels next week to discuss prohibiting passengers bound for America from carrying laptops and other electronic devices in airline cabins. Kelly talked Friday with European Commissioners Dimitris Avramopoulos and Walter Bulc. Even though European airports and airlines are preparing for a ban, no action has been announced as officials continue their talks. Avramopoulos told Kelly that the threat affects the EU and the US in the same way, and so the response should be made in common, according to a summary of the conversation provided by a European Commission official. Avramopoulos and Bulc wrote to Kelly earlier in the week to seek more collaboration. The Homeland Security Department didn't immediately respond to requests for comment after the call. Top EU and US officials will hold talks Friday over a possible US ban on carry-on computers on European flights to the United States, an EU spokeswoman said. The US Department of Homeland Security sparked deep concern in Europe Tuesday when it said was close to a decision on extending to Europeans an existing ban imposed on 8 mostly Muslim countries. The policy could have a huge effect on the coming high travel season in Europe, with more than 3,250 flights a week scheduled to leave EU airports for the US this summer, according to industry data. The ban would create a logistical nightmare for airports, airlines and law enforcement, with laptop computers now a ubiquitous carry-on item for millions of air travelers. There is a scheduled phone call later today with US Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly and a number of European ministers, Commission spokeswoman Anna Kazowit-Kohn told a news briefing in Brussels. Our interest is to stay informed so that we have a possibility to share information with our member states, Kohn said, adding that 2 EU commissioners would also take part. If confirmed, the ban would heighten tensions between the EU and US, which have been at pains to see eye to eye under President Donald Trump. The EU's Transport Commissioner Walter Bulc and Home Affairs Commissioner Dimitris Avramopoulos asked Washington to work with the Europeans on the issue in a letter to US officials earlier this week. In March, Washington banned passengers on direct flights to the United States from 8 countries from carrying on board laptop computers, tablets and other electronic devices larger than cell phones. The affected countries are in North Africa and the Middle East and include Turkey. Britain followed with a similar ban applying to incoming flights from 6 Middle East and North African countries. The move, which forces passengers to put their devices into checked baggage, came as counter-terror officials developed concerns that jihadist groups were devising bombs disguised as batteries in consumer electronics. A bomb that blew a hole in the fuselage of a Somali airliner in February 2016, killing one person, is believed to have been built into a laptop computer carried into the passenger cabin.